Hello aspirants, welcome to the part 2 of indexes and reports. Let's start the video. The report is on lightning strikes. So there are different types of disasters that are mentioned, okay? But here government, either the central government or the state government has not notified lightning strikes as a disaster. So this is very important to remember. So whenever a person dies of electrocution because of lightning, you cannot say that the person has died because of a natural disaster, because government has not classified it under the national disaster. This report is given out by the Climate Resilient Observing Systems Promotion Council, that is CROPC. So this much information on this is enough. So we know for mains more information will be required, like quoting how many people would have died because of lightning strikes if there is a question on natural disaster or on lightning specifically. But for now, this is prelim specific current affairs, so this will do. The second index is the Digital Payments Index, which is given out by the Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India is considering March 2018 as the base year for the calculation of digital payments. So here digital payments have been increasing in India. We know that more than the ATM withdrawals that is happening, people are using more of UPI payments or other online payments people are using. So India is improving in terms of digital payments domain. So the score is set to 100, that is with respect to 100 they are going to measure your digital payments. Next index is the Longitudinal Aging Study of India, which is LASSI, which is given out by the National Program for Healthcare of Elderly, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Here it is saying that 45 and above people in all the states and union territories are included in this longitudinal aging study of India. All the people above 45 are studied. Here it is important to remember that excluding Sikkim. That is, Sikkim is not excluded, is excluded from this study of LASSI. Next is the Indian Cities in the Post-Pandemic World Report, which is given out by World Economic Forum. Next report is Adaptation Gap Report of 2020. It is given by United Nations Environment Program. So these adaptation costs are higher in developed countries, but the burden of adaptation is greater for developing countries with relation to their GDP. Why I have included this statement is usually these come in the statement type of question if this adaptation gap report is asked. Because this report is by one of the UN's organization, little deeper analysis into these kind of report will be very useful. So these adaptation cost is higher for developed countries. You have to remember this adaptation cost is more for developed countries, but the burden is falling. Burden for adoption is falling on the developing countries, because we know in every UN program, maybe almost all the UN programs, you can say that to help the developed countries have to come forward. So adapting cost will be borne by developed countries, but who have to change? Anybody can give you incentives, but who has to change? Who has to make use of it? You yourself have to make use. So the developing countries have to put the burden. The burden is on the developing countries itself. Next report is the International Migration Report of 2020, which is given out by United Nations again. It is saying that the overall migration, that is inbound or outbound migration, everything has reduced because of pandemic. Maybe because of pandemic, but the report says it has overall reduced. So the top country that is there in migration is US. That is, Indian migrants are going to US. Okay, most of the migration from India is happening to US, and from India. For US also, the most of the migrants are from India. Financial stability report is given by RBI. Next is the Indian Telecom Services Performance Indicator Report, which is given out by TRAI, which is Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. Telecom Regulatory Authority of India is not only responsible for telecom but also for cable and other providers also. Okay, TRAI is a statutory authority, which means that it is having a backing of a act made by the Parliament. It is under Department of Telecoms, Ministry of Communications. So it is going to release a quarterly report. This Indian Telecom Services Performance Indicator Report is a quarterly report. which means once in 3 months it is released. Service providers provide the information. So the direct information is not, they do not do their own research and find the numbers or get the information. They will just use the information that is given by service providers. So you can say that they are dependent on secondary information. Okay. Next is Indian Innovation Index report of 2020. This is India specific innovation index, which is given by Niti Aayog. It is going to rank the categories of states into three. It is giving ranking by dividing the states into three categories. First is the normal states, where Karnataka is topping that list. Next is the union territories, where Delhi tops the list. Next comes the northeastern and the hill states, where Himachal Pradesh tops the list. Next index is Inequality Index of 2020, which is given out by the international charitable organization Oxfam International. It is along with Development Finance International, that is DFI. India's ranking in this is 151. The different parameters that are taken into consideration while they are calculating the inequality index is the public services, that is how much people are getting access to health, education and social protection, and what is the progressive taxation that is happening. We know that taxation is of two types, progressive and regressive, where progressive taxation will tax everybody according to their income, where regressive taxation is tax is same for everybody. Okay, that is the difference. And it also has one more parameter called as workers' rights, how much rights people are having. Next report is the NDC synthesis report. This is given out by UNFCCC. Here UK and EU have reduced their GHG emission. This synthesis report says that UK and the European Union have reduced their greenhouse gas emissions. UN report on COVID-19 recovery. So this UN report on COVID-19 recovery. Okay, this is a report which is based on the analysis of Oxford's Economic Recovery Project and UNEP. This much is enough to remember. It is not an exclusive researched data of UN. It is depending on the Oxford's Economic Recovery Project and UNEP analysis. Next is SDG India Index. For India specifically, there is an SDG index. The third edition of SDG index has been released by Niti Aayog now. It was started in 2017. Next is the Global Climate Risk Index of 2021, which is given by the think tank German Watch. So the reports which are given by the German Watch are also very important. So this is going to tell us about the vulnerability to disasters like storms, floods, heat waves, etc. India is being ranked as the 7th worst hit country in 2019. So in 2020 it is not ranked. In 2019 it was ranked as 7th worst hit country. Asia Pacific Personalized Health Index is given by Economist Intelligence Unit, that is EIU. It is ranking India 10 for 11. That is 11 countries ranking is being done in Asia Pacific Personalized Health Index, where India stands at 10th position. It means it is a very bad position. The other countries are Australia, China, Japan, Indonesia, India, Malaysia, Singapore, South Korea, Taiwan, Thailand and New Zealand. And then comes the Democracy Index of 2020. Title of this report was Report Democracy in Sickness and in Health. It is also given out by EIU, Economist Intelligence Unit. India has slipped 2 positions, that is India's democracy. We saw in the previous video as well that India's democracy has become from fully democratic to partly democratic. So here you can see it has slipped position, and they have named India as a flawed democracy because of CAA riots and Jammu and Kashmir issue that happened. Next is report on road accidents. It is given by World Bank in collaboration with NGO Save Life Foundation. It is not exclusively World Bank report. It is in collaboration with NGO Save Life Foundation. India is accounting for 11% of global death in road accidents, but India is having only 1% of vehicles. Only 1% of vehicles are there in India when compared to the world. Not compared to the world. In 100% of the world vehicles, only 1% is there in India, but 11% accidents are happening in India only. Next report is the India Energy Outlook of 2021, where it is given out by International Energy Agency IEA. India will be third by 2030. India is performing very well in terms of renewable energy, solar power, innovation, etc. So general trends of India performing best in the domains have to be remembered. India will be third by 2030. At present, India is in the fourth position of global energy consumer after China, USA, and EU. Growth in renewable energy is second after China. In India, growth in renewable energy, India is at the second position after China. Next is Consumer Price Index, CPI. CPI is given by the Labor Bureau. Labor Bureau will give out the Labor Bureau, which is under the Ministry of Labor and Employment, is going to compile CPI for industrial workers, for agricultural laborers, and also rural laborers. Important to note here is that CSO, that is Central Statistical Office, which is under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, is compiling CPI. Both are compiling CPI, but CPI, different parameters are considered by Labor Bureau and different parameters by the CSO. CPI of CSO includes rural, urban, and combined CPI. Then CPI is used for measuring the retail inflation because it is consumer price index. It will be retail. If it is WPI, it will be wholesale. It will be at the wholesale level. RBI adopted it in 2004. Base year is 2012. Adopted it in 2004, but base year is 2012. Index of 8 core industries. It is by Office of Economic Advisor, which is under the DIPTT. Okay, it is the Department of Promotion of Industry and International Trade. 8 core industries are coal, crude oil, natural gas, petroleum, refinery products, fertilizers, steel, cement, and electricity. You have to note that the index of 8 core industries is a part of IIP. Okay, since 2019, a new steel plant called as the hot rolled pickled and oiled, that is HRPO, under the term cold rolled coils within the production of finished steel has been included. So cold rolled coils are under which of the 8 core industries? Means it is under steel. World Economic Situation and Prospects of 2021. It is given out by the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs, that is UNDESA. It is a corruption perception index. Next is the Corruption Perception Index 2020, which is given out by Transparency International. India's ranking is 86 for 180, which is okay. It is not more than 100 here. It has slipped 6 positions, but score is 40. According to the Transparency International, if the index of corruption perception is 0, it means that the country is highly corrupt. If it is 1, it means that it is least corrupt. More score means more ranking. If you are getting more ranking means more score means more ranking. So you can cross verify that. World Economic Outlook is, we had seen one more outlook report in the previous video. This is a different outlook. World Economic Outlook is given by IMF. Report says that India will be the only major economy which will see a double-digit growth in this year, followed by China. That is, only after India sees a double-digit growth, China is going to see a double-digit growth. India Workplace Equality Index, that is how much workplace is compatible for including all the genders in the workplace. It is given out by the non-profit Keshav Suri Foundation with FICCI and Pride Circle and Stonewall UK. Next is the Human Development Report, which is given out by UNDP. India's ranking is 131 out of 189 countries that are ranked. Norway is topping the list. Usually the Scandinavian countries top the list in terms of human development or in terms of happiness, etc. Then there are 3 parameters that are taken into consideration while talking about the Human Development Report, that is life expectancy, education, and per capita income. What is per capita income? Per head, how much income a person is getting. This year report takes into account carbon dioxide emissions also and also material footprint. This is the first time these emissions and footprint have been taken into consideration. Next is State of Education Report for India 2020, which is given out by UNESCO Delhi, which is there in Delhi. This is a State of Education Report for India. So, something in India has to be giving out this report. It is UNESCO Delhi. 2020 report focuses on technical and vocational education and training. This is a theme. You can say the theme of the 2020 report is technical and vocational education and training. Next is Climate Change and Performance Index, which is given out by German Watch. India is in the top 10. US is the worst performer. India is usually tops climate change, renewable energy, and innovation, etc. State of the Global Climate Provisional Report given out by the World Meteorological Organization 2020 has been the warmest. I pretty much feel this has been repeated. World Malaria Report, I told you something related to health, always think of WHO. If it is WHO, no need to mug it up. Africa and India are bearing the most burden of malaria in the world. So for the next part of the reports and indexes, please watch part 3, which will be the last part in this series. Hope this was helpful. Thank you.